So the Ready Room is a really important set in this film, and so I knew I wanted to try and make this set as good as I could with the resources we had, and so I came up with the design very early on, like way back, because even the basic stories that we were coming up with featured the Ready Room a lot, because Star Trek is frankly people standing around talking. So I knew that we'd be doing a lot in the Ready Room no matter what, and so I also knew very early on that we were going to have this aboard one of these Nebula class ships. So the first thing I did actually for inspiration on what the Ready Room might look like was go through the episodes of Next Gen and Deep Space Nine where we saw the Ready Rooms on these ships, and I did a bit of research, but frankly I was kind of uninspired. We had like Maxwell's Ready Room and it was just a kind of cobbled together swing set of the week, and it didn't look great. I wasn't that fussed by it, and the fact that it hadn't stuck in my memory particularly over the years said a lot to me really. So I quickly figured I'd just abandon the idea of trying to copy an actual Nebula class Ready Room and instead go for one that was much more in line with the Galaxy class one that we're familiar with from Captain Picard. So I sort of looked at his Ready Room a lot and took the bits that I liked and then changed things or simplified things to suit our purposes. So the basic shape of it is the same, and the placement of the desk and stuff. Picard actually does have a little shelf behind him, but when I actually looked at recreating it, it kind of looked a little bit kind of small and almost kind of lame really. So I thought, well, if I'm going to have a shelf behind the captain, then I'll make it something that's a bit more impressive than his one had been. And it also meant that we got to display a few more items and just break up the monotony of lots and lots of blank wall. That was something I was very mindful of, not wanting to have just loads and loads of wall space with no real feature on it. So pretty much every wall as you work around the room has got something on it. So we've got the wall with the shelves on, and then the next wall is really the window, and then the next wall is really the replicator, and then the next wall is the big display screen, and then the next wall has the light built in. Then we just have the small little bit of wall, and then we have the door, and then we have the big photo frame. So I was just very sort of keen to make sure that there was always hopefully something kind of visually interesting behind a character from pretty much whatever way we were shooting. So they were some sort of key thoughts for the design. I put the replicator in because obviously a fish tank, to me, that's very much a Picard thing rather than a standard issue thing. And it also had the added value of being very strong and sturdy, and so I was able to help hold the set up with the strength and stability that the replicator offered. So that was kind of handy. And then the opening scene, which is kind of the briefing in our Ready Room, I think realistically, if that was a Next Gen episode, that would have been in the observation lounge with the screen. And so for kind of script reasons, I decided to put the large screen there so that we could get the most use out of our Ready Room set. So they were kind of the thoughts on the Ready Room design, and similarly, the desk. I tried to make a desk that was kind of reminiscent of Picard's as I could, without blowing the budget on some crazy table. And yeah, again, the photo or the painting, that was a 3D model of a Nebula class ship that I had, and I kind of photoshopped it together and put the old Photoshop paintbrush effect on it and Googled some signature and slapped that in the corner. And we had a potted plant in there to try and help just make it look like that kind of Next Gen style kind of stuff, and hopefully we did. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little video. If you did, then please like it and leave a comment if you're inclined. Even if you hated it, why not? You might as well go crazy. And also please subscribe as well. We really appreciate that. And stay tuned for some more videos coming soon. And thanks for watching.